Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the West Fargo Sports Arena. We're excited to bring this live stream to you tonight at EDC Hockey, as the Firebirds from Devil's Lake have traveled 2.5 hours down Highway 2 and Interstate 29 down here to West Fargo to take on the Cheyenne Mustangs. I'm Jordan Letuski, joined by Ethan Frisch. Ethan, how are your nerves, buddy?
They're pretty bad, but we'll get through it.
Just like riding a bike. Your teachers say you don't shut up in class, so I'm sure you'll be great. So it's been a long time. We didn't quite know when the season would start or how it would go, but we're really excited here to start bringing you some EDC hockey here from West Fargo, as we have the Firebirds from Devil's Lake and the Mustangs from West Fargo.
Puck is dropped and the face-off is won by the Cheyenne Mustangs. Puck down in Devil's Lake zone. Cole Fitzpatrick giving chase behind the net. Tied up in the corner. Out to Andy Roth in the slot. Shot. Save. Puck goes behind the net and bounces out to defenseman Colin McCarthy. Devil's Lake chips it by him all the way down for an icing.
Yeah, good pressure there by the Mustangs on that first shift there, Ethan. Cole Fitzpatrick working down low in the corner, getting the puck over to Quade Peters, and they got it out to the slot for an initial shot, an initial try for Andy Roth, and then to force the icing here to get a face-off back in the Firebird zone.
Firebirds win the face-off. Puck bounces out to the defenseman Camden Coles, and where he throws it back down into the zone. Out, Devil's Lake now breaking it out of the zone. Back out to Camden Coles, where he puts it back. Camden Coles with the puck, now skating it up the ice, dumps it into the Firebird zone. Andy Roth giving chase in the corner. Cole Fitzpatrick now with the puck, throws it out front for Quade Peters, slap shot, and it goes wide. Quade Peters with the puck behind the net, throws it out front, and no one's there to get it.
Well, Ethan, I don't think you could have asked for a better start from this top line from Cheyenne here. Now, one of the things of the 9 top forwards for West Fargo Cheyenne, there's 258 games combined between those 9 players. So one of the things for Coach Benson this year for the Mustangs is they're going to want to rely on a lot of those seniors up front for Cheyenne.
Tyler Michalik walks him off the face-off, takes the puck behind the net, passes it out front, and saved by the goalie. Devils Lake coming up ice very quick. Dumps it off, shot, and it's wide. Down in the corner, out in front, and puck is frozen by Peyton Buckles.
A nice little face-off win by Michalik there, putting it through the center's legs. First initial try here for Devils Lake in the Mustang zone. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Key to get a face-off win here if you're the Mustangs.
Devils Lake wins the face-off, goes back to the defenseman. And shot goes wide of the net. Taken by Teckenberg. Teckenberg and Belial now going up the ice. Tyler Michalik passes across to Jacob Dobb. Dobb tries a shot, but that is blocked. Puck bounces out to Tyler Michalik.
Move it up quick.
Puck dumped in by Jack Belial, and he goes off for a change. Mustangs still have good pressure down in the zone, as Devils Lake dangles one defender going into the zone. Shot, and it's in.
Jeremiah Hill seems like he's been around forever. He comes down on the right side and just takes a low shot and finds it in the far corner, gets it by Buckholz. 1-0 Firebirds, and if you're the Mustangs, it's got to be a little bit disheartening because you thought like you had good pressure. You have a lot of time down in the Devils Lake zone, and then to have them come down and on a shot like that, that's probably one that they want back. But I think if you're the Mustangs here, you keep chipping away. You've had good time in the offensive zone, and you got to rely on the things that you were doing for, to create those offensive chances.
Top line back out for Cheyenne as Devils Lake dumps it back into the zone where Peyton Buckles will freeze the puck.
One of the keys of the game here I have, Ethan, is the first 5 to 7 minutes of the game. This is it's the first game for both teams. You want to get involved in the action early, whether it's take a hit or giving a hit or feeling the puck on your stick. So if you're Devils Lake, you got to feel good about that, but the Mustangs have got to bounce back here.
Cole Fitzpatrick moving the puck up to Quade Peters, and that puck is deflected into the Firebirds bench.
Another thing too, Ethan, is there's about, and everybody's going to be in a different position this year. And athletes are kind of creatures of habit. You have your game day routine, you have the same things that you do, and with so many kids being in a hybrid schedule this year, it's a little bit different. You're sitting around all day, you're not going to school, so hopefully the guys can get the jitters out and we can start to see some offense here.
Colin McCarthy with the puck, passes it back to
Camden Coles.
Puck is dumped in by Carson Gast, playing in his first Cheyenne varsity game tonight. Shot by Colin McCarthy is saved. Cole Voller tries to dump it back into the zone, but that is shut down, and Colin McCarthy now back in the zone with the puck. Gives it to Carson Gast on the boards, and it will go down for an icing.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, Ethan, that the Cheyenne forward units, they got a lot of games between them all. Carson Gast playing in his first one today. It's always exciting. You'll always remember your first varsity game, so good for Carson Gast to get in the lineup. We're going to come back here now with Belial, Teckenberg, and Michalik up front. Then you got Mosier also playing in his first varsity game, so good for that young sophomore to get some time as well.
Tyler Michalik giving chase now on the Devils Lake defenseman. Puck is dumped in, and Jacob Dobb now giving chase behind the net. Cycles it back to number 10, Zach Mosier, who chips it to 17, Jack Belial. Jack Belial now giving chase up the boards.
There's a nice reverse there by Dobb, getting it up to Mosier. Just missed on the breakout pass to Belial, but looked good for those 2D working well this year.
Puck is dumped into the Devils Lake zone, where Devils Lake will take control. Puck passed out in front of the net, and it is saved.
Nice play by Dobb there.
Saved by Peyton Buckles. Puck bounces out in front of the net, and it's cleared away by Jack Belial.
That's offsides. So coming back out here, talking about the captains, we see Andy Ross skating out on the ice. This year, the captain for the Mustangs is going to be Camden Coles, the senior defenseman. He's out there, along with Andrew Roth, serving as an assistant, a senior left wing, and then Jack Valio, a junior left wing. So 3 captains for the Mustangs this year. Talking to Coach Molly and Coach Benson, they talked about the leadership that those 3 are providing and just the overall attitude of the team. It seems to be good right now.
Camden Coles with the puck behind the net. Makes a good move, gets away from the defenders, passes it to Andrew Roth, who then goes to Quade Peters. Peters enters the zone, dumps it back to Andy Roth, where that is picked off by the Devils Lake defense. Devils Lake coming up, 2-on-2. Shot, ricocheted by Peyton Buchholz up into the netting.
Another thing in my conversations with Coach Balley and Coach Benson, a couple players that they talked about Buchholz having, he had a little bit of time last year, played about 7 or 8 varsity games, so he's got a little bit of an experience under his belt at the varsity level. And then also Tyler Michalek coming up from the junior varsity last year. Played a little bit of time on varsity, had a real good year on the JV, and he's going to be another guy that's going to find a little bit of a bigger role for himself this year.
Quade Peters skating up center ice, tries to make a move around the Devils Lake defenseman, gets poke checked. Cole Fitzpatrick now giving chase. Colin McCarthy pinches down, takes a shot on net. Andy Roth, and it is saved. Little scrum down in the corner, and Colin McCarthy comes away with the puck, and it will be sent down the ice, but icing is waved off.
It was passed down by the Mustangs there, Ethan.
Camden Coles now with the puck. Tries to center it to Colin McCarthy, and it is tipped. Camden Coles taking his time with the puck. Passes it over to
Cole McCarthy.
Camden Coles goes wide to Quade Peters. Quade Peters dangles one defenseman, takes it up ice. Quade Peters flying through center ice now. Gets wide, takes a shot, and it is saved.
Well, if you're Quade Peters, you kind of got to like seeing West Fargo on the schedule. Of his 9 goals last year, I think 5 of them, Devils Lake. I think 5 of them came against Devils Lake last year. Seems like a team that he had their number. And for the Mustangs, he's going to be a senior forward that they're going to have to rely on to help create some offense here. Early on, it seemed like the first couple of shifts, Cheyenne was applying a lot of great pressure. But since then, Devils Lake has had a nice pushback, obviously getting 1 on the board. Shots 4-2 right now, with 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first.
Cheyenne with control of the puck down in the offensive zone. Puck bounces out to the defense where it is pushed back in. Devils Lake now with a quick transition on a 2-on-1. Jacob Dobb is the one back, and shot saved by Peyton Buchholz. Rebound, save. Tyler Michalek now with the puck.
That could have been real dangerous there, Ethan.
Yeah. Tyler Michalek tries to dangle the defenseman. Throws it out in front where no one is there. Jacob Dobb now with the puck. Looks for a pass, nothing there. Goes wide to Tyler Michalek where the puck bounces off the boards. And there's a shot, and it deflects up into the netting.
Yeah, another thing here, Ethan, is discipline. Right now we haven't seen any penalties. It's been a fairly clean game so far. Last year West Fargo Cheyenne was the second least penalized team in the EDC. And DL ranked number 2 in total penalties. So one of the things is discipline early on. And then the systems, too. You don't have your power play perfected yet. You don't have your penalty kill perfected. So, trying to stay out of the box as much as possible and keep it 5-on-5.
Slap shot from the point by Colin McCarthy is saved. Puck down in the corner. Cheyenne Mustang possession. Back out to Colin McCarthy. Wrist shot, and it is saved again. Carson Gaff giving pressure down on the boards. Colin McCarthy tries to pinch. The puck is out of the zone. Camden Coles giving chase back to that one. He looks wide for Carson Gass. Picks up the puck, chips it past the defender. Just a little too far for his reach. Puck is gloved down by number 14 for Devils Lake, and that will be a hand pass.
A nice job in the offensive zone there by McCarthy on D, the junior defenseman. Split some time last year on varsity and JV, but good opportunities there. He got 2 pucks on net, and doing a good job as a defenseman so far. This line here, we got Gass with Voller and Trudeau. We've seen him a couple times. Look for Kai Trudeau. He's got a real hard shot, and he's got a lot of speed, so hopefully he can utilize that here for the Mustangs.
Trudeau ties up in the face-off in the offensive zone. Puck careens back behind the net. Voller gives chase down low. The puck is bounced off the boards and out of the zone. Camden Coles now with the puck. And the puck is rifled into the Cheyenne bench.
That's one of your biggest fears as a coach, right? having a guy rifle a puck right into the bench, and if those guys in front of you, if they bail out, boy, it's coming right at you. So looks like Fitzpatrick and Benson, they're doing a good job of making sure that they didn't take that one in the kneecaps.
Top line of Andrew Roth, Cole Fitzpatrick, and Quade Peters back out on the ice. Cole Fitzpatrick loses face-off. Puck's back at the Devils Lake defense. Tries a wrist shot, and it's blocked. Andy Roth skating up with the puck.
Good job by Peters to get out there and front that shot. It went off his skate, but good job to block it.
Devils Lake now with control of the puck in the offensive zone. Michalek tries to lay a big hit. Puck is gloved down by Zach Mosier. Over to Andrew Roth. Andrew Roth gets across the red line, passes it to Quade Peters, who is flying through the zone. Quade Peters angles one and then gets poke checked. Puck now out of the zone, controlled by...
You got Zach Mosier there, young defenseman there. We're still learning some numbers. That's
Devils
all right.
Lake on a 3-on-2, and the puck is deflected up into the netting.
Yeah, for the Mustangs, they do have some young guys out there that are playing their first varsity games. You know, we touched on Zach Mosier. He's a sophomore defenseman, number 10. And then, you know, Carson Gass, the senior, playing in his first varsity action as well. So we got some guys with some new roles, some guys with expanded roles, and then also guys that are seeing their first varsity time as some young players. I know there's a couple on the Mustangs fourth line, and Stalker and Rogan, and then Chase Hapka, Jr., who are also looking to crack this varsity lineup as well.
Puck is broken out to Tyler Michalek. Skating down the ice, makes the Devils Lake defenseman fall. Looks for a pass out front, nothing there. Michalek still with the puck, passes it down low to...
That's Teckenberg there,
yeah.
Ethan.
Michalek with the shot, rebound, and it is swallowed up by the Devils Lake goaltender.
Now, one of the things you like there on that shot by Michalek is you got two Mustangs right on the doorstep looking for a rebound. You know, creating traffic in front of the net. You know, Devils Lake, they bring back two goalies, and as a unit last year, they were about 88%, which you'd like to be around that 90% mark. So they do have some solid goaltending, so the Mustangs might not beat them on the first shot, but you got to have traffic around the net.
Puck thrown back into the zone by number 8, Colin McCarthy. Tyler Michalek now in the slot, takes a shot, and it is wide.
Good opportunity by Michalek there. You got a busy day in West Fargo Cheyenne sports today, Ethan. We got the boys basketball team is at West Fargo High, and then the girls basketball team is at home versus West Fargo High. So we got some crosstown matchups. Good also to see the West Fargo United. They get a big win on the road, 3-1 at Fargo North-South. That's a big win. Fargo North-South was ranked 3rd in the coaches poll. West Fargo was ranked 6th. So good for those girls to get a win on the road today. Good for Coach Johnson and Coach Bartle.
Puck is now dumped into the Cheyenne offensive zone. Carson Teckenberg throws the puck to Tyler Michalek. Back out to Teckenberg. Goal! Carson Teckenberg.
I don't know if that was Teckenberg or Belial who got it, but a nice play by Michalek working down low below the goal line. It looks like Belial's going to get it. He's the one leading the train out front here. Just stayed steady in front of the net. Didn't get a lot on it, but got enough to get it by the Firebird goaltender, Zach White. And we're all tied up here. Shots are 6-5 Mustangs now. We got about 8.5 minutes left here in the first period. Let's see if that can put a little bit of fire into the Mustangs and maybe get a little bit more offense here.
Top line comes back out for Cheyenne. Andy Roth now with the puck, chips it up to Quade Peters. Quade Peters enters the zone. Puck gets poke checked away from him. Camden Coles now gives chase with the puck. Tries to throw it up the boards where the Devils Lake defenseman stops it. Andy Roth going down to battle in the corner with Colin McCarthy. Colin McCarthy comes out with the puck. Andy Roth now with the puck. Tries to throw it to Quade Peters where that pass is intercepted by Devils Lake. Peters gets the puck back out to Cole Fitzpatrick, and that puck is also picked off. Devils Lake now with the puck in their own zone. Pressure given by Cole Fitzpatrick. Tries to go along with it, and it is picked off. Andy Roth down to Peters. That is just wide of Peters' stick. Fitzpatrick cycles it back down to Roth, who then cycles it to Quade Peters. Devils Lake now breaks out the puck. Camden Coles with a nice poke check to put the Mustangs back in possession of it. Devils Lake now with the puck back in their own zone. Gives a nice centering pass. Devils Lake enters Cheyenne zone. Shot and save by Buchholz.
Well, it's the same player that scored from roughly the same area. This time Buchholz able to swallow that one up. You know, Andy Roth playing on the top line with a pretty big role. He had a great first half on the junior varsity last year. Came up to the varsity, scored 7 goals, and they were pretty timely goals. So good to see him continuing that success here this year in his senior year.
Face-off is won by Cheyenne. Jacob Daub with the puck behind the net. Passes it to Zach Mosier, who then gives it to Cole Voller. Mustangs giving chase, and that will be offsides.
Also a big night of EDC hockey. You got West Fargo is playing at South Shanley. That's going to be a good matchup. West Fargo obviously beat them in overtime here last year. South Shanley was in last year's title game. Then you got Grand Forks Red River playing Grand Forks Central up at Perpeter night. That should also be a good game. And then you got Fargo North playing host to Grafton Park River. So a lot of good matchups and a lot of competitive games in the EDC tonight here. Shouldn't be any major blowouts.
Zach Mosier skating up the wall with the puck. Tries to go through the Devils Lake defenseman, who stops him. Carson Gass throws it wide off the boards to Zach Mosier. Mustangs giving good pressures. Tries to center out for Carson Gass, and he could not connect.
Could have been a good chance there for Gass to get his first. He was in the right position. Trudeau got it out front to him, just couldn't put it home.
Kai Trudeau now skating with the puck up center ice. Guy has really good hands. Devils Lake takes the puck behind their own goal. Throws it off the glass, and that will go all the way down the ice for another icing.
Also good tonight to see that the West Fargo Cheyenne JV team also picks up a big win. First game of the year, gets their first win. The junior varsity won 5-3 over Devils Lake, so it's always good to have a little bit of winning karma, I feel like, before that varsity team goes out. So good for them, and hopefully they can continue their success down the road here this year.
Teckenberg wins the draw. Back to Camden Coles. Camden Coles with the shot from the point, and that is just wide. Colin McCarthy giving pressure down in the corner, and there is a stoppage in play for a hand pass.
Well, so far, I've liked what I've seen from McCarthy. He seems to be pretty aggressive. He's gotten some shots through. His gaps are good. He's forcing the Devils Lake forwards to make some plays. He's not just making, he's not just letting the play come to him. So good to see out of Cullen. He's like I said earlier, he's got a little bit of an expanded role this year. He's going to be looked more one of those go-to guys on defense, and it looks like he's embracing that opportunity.
Face-off is won by Devils Lake in their own zone. Shot and saved by Peyton Buckholz.
Nice save by Peyton.
Tyler Michalek now with the puck coming up the ice. Leaves it for Camden Coles out at the point. Camden tries to put one on net, and it is blocked by Devils Lake. Tries to put it back into the zone, and Devils Lake makes a nice play on it, puts it back in the Cheyenne Mustang zone. Colin McCarthy now with the puck, throws it down behind the net to Camden Coles. Camden Coles shakes off a defender, still with the puck.
Good catch off the boards there by Teckenberg, Ethan.
Jack Belisle now drops one off for Tyler Michalek. Tyler Michalek takes a shot, and that is saved.
Devils Lake's got a long trek here, but then you think about it, Devils Lake's a long trek from everywhere. These Fargo schools are kind of spoiled. You have a lot of metro area games. The Devils Lakes and the Graftons of the world, they got to travel everywhere. And Devils Lake came into this building twice last year and actually beat the Mustangs. So we got some road warriors from Devils Lake here. They're not afraid to play on the road. We got 1-1 with about 5.5 minutes left here in the first. Shots are 7-6 Mustangs.
Fitzpatrick loses the draw. Gives a good pressure and now is back in Cheyenne Mustang possession.
Penalty on Cheyenne there. You got Fitzpatrick got the stick in on the skates. Fitzpatrick will sit for 2 minutes. So earlier we talked about, systems early in the year. You might not have your penalty kill and your power play all dialed in yet. So we'll see here for both sides. I know Cheyenne's going to want to stop any pass stretching across the middle of the ice. They're going to try to keep pucks to the outside and make sure that the goaltender Buckholz has his eyes on him and that he can see him. Looks like we got Belisle taking the draw, and he's out there up front with Peters, and then we got McCarthy and Camden Coles back on D.
Puck is won. Colin McCarthy tries to clear. That is stopped by Devils Lake. Out to the point of Devils Lake. Shot saved by Peyton Buckholz.
Nice save by Peyton there. He had traffic right in front. He had his own player, and then he also had number 19 from Devils Lake right in his eyes as well, Hansen. But Buckholz able to see it. Good face-off win by Belisle on the penalty kill. Just couldn't clear the puck. Here we go.
Belisle wins another draw. Camden Coles tries to clear, and that is stopped. Jack Belisle now on a breakaway, coming down on the goaltender, and he shoots, and it is saved. Jack Belisle now with the puck behind the net. Cheyenne giving good pressure here on this penalty kill. Quade Peters now steals the puck, turns it back up ice. He's got Michalek and Coles with him. Coles out in front of the net, tries to center, and Coles was tied up. Colin McCarthy now with the puck, tries a shot, and it is blocked.
Oh, that Devils Lake had a forward. That was Hansen all alone behind. Good play by Camden Coles to make sure that pass didn't make its way through.
Devils Lake now coming back up the ice with speed, but that is stopped by number 7, Tyler Michalek.
Yeah, good work by Tyler there, making sure that, it takes a big hit there.
Puck is cleared down by the Mustangs, and Devils Lake goalie comes out to play it. Tyler Michalek still giving pressure down on Devils Lake. Devils Lake look like they're having a pretty hard time breaking it out here for only having one guy with pressure. Devils Lake now coming up the ice. Gives a good centering pass, and that is offsides.
Oh, offsides. You hate to have an offsides on the power play coming into the zone like that. I see Quade Peters being attended to by a trainer over there. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a bruise. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in. He's a tough kid. One thing about Peters, little tidbit about him, he just committed to play baseball down in Arizona. So getting out of the cold weather here, so good for Quade. Quade and Lance Oster, who's actually out tonight, both members of a West Fargo Legion baseball team that took second in the state tournament this past summer for Legion baseball. So some very good baseball players on the Cheyenne Mustang hockey team as well. So good for Quade. Congratulations to him.
Devils Lake now with the puck in their own zone. Tries to make a play, and that puck is stopped by number 16, Kai Trudeau. Devils Lake now with the puck, crosses center ice. And there's another offsides for Devils Lake.
Oh, you just said it. You hate to be offsides on the power play, and they've had 2 of their last entries into the zone, making a move at the blue line. Just kind of kills your momentum a little bit. The Mustangs are going to come out of this unscathed, as Fitzpatrick is 2 seconds about to jump on the ice. We've got 3:21 left in the first here. Still a score of 1-1.
Dauber lays a big hit down on Devils Lake's defenseman, and the puck is cleared all the way down for an icing.
Kind of tough. You only got 2 seconds left there on the penalty kill. Your instinct is just to throw it down the ice. Hopefully here now, B. Fitzpatrick taking this draw. Looks like we'll have Peters. He's a right-hander. Fitzpatrick's a lefty. We got a face-off to the left here of Buckholt. So Peters is going to take that draw, loses it. Fitzpatrick goes out, unable to block it.
Devils Lake now with the puck down in the corner. Tries to throw it on net, and that is pushed to the corner. Dobbin Fitzpatrick digging hard for that puck. Puck bounces out to Devils Lake defenseman where he takes a shot, and that is just wide of Peyton Buckholz. Zach Mosier giving some good pressure, and the puck now goes into the other corner. Jacob Dobb now with the puck. Skating up, and Devils Lake tried to lay a big hit on him, but he missed. Number 10, Zach Mosier, cycles it back behind the net for Jacob Dobb. Jacob Dobb loses the puck, and now it bounces back out to Zach Mosier. Zach Mosier spins from a defenseman, goes back behind Cheyenne net, and tries to throw it up ice where Andy Roth is sitting. Andy Roth angles one, enters the zone, tries to look for his teammate Cole Fitzpatrick, but that is just behind him. Devils Lake now enters the zone, but that puck is picked off by Colin McCarthy. Andrew Roth with a very nice behind-the-back pass to Quade Peters. Quade Peters takes a shot, score! Quade Peters.
What a shot by Peters.
Beautiful play.
That was a great pass by Roth. Nothing major, just kind of chipped it behind him a little bit. Peters comes down. Like I said earlier, he's found the back of the net against Devils Lake in his career. Just a great shot. Came down on the far side and put it top shelf. Another thing in this last shift here, watching Zach Mosier playing in his first varsity game, looks pretty composed. He feels like he's pretty comfortable out there right now. So good to see out of the young sophomore defenseman. 2-1 Mustangs here. We got 2 minutes left. Hopefully they can hold that off and go into the period break with some good momentum.
Camden Coles with the puck back in their own zone. Passes it over to Colin McCarthy. He looks for Cole Voller up on the sidewall. Puck gets caught up in his skates. Colin McCarthy goes back to Camden Coles. Coles behind the net. Escapes the Devils Lake defenseman. Puck now taken by 16, Kai Trudeau. Up to Cole Voller. Cole Voller makes a defenseman miss. Shoots, and it is saved.
A good opportunity for Voller there. He made a little nice play, cut back to the middle and got a shot on net. And you had, Trudeau streaking right down the middle there looking for a rebound. So, a goal or a shift after a goal is, whether it's a goal scored or a goal against, the first shift after is always very important. So good to see the Mustangs get a little bit of a rush there and get an offensive zone face-off.
Line of Mashalik, Belisle, and Teckenberg are back out on the ice. Mashalik pushes the puck forward towards the Devils Lake net. Puck
We gotta get
now
that
goes
music
back
turned
out
off.
to the defense, and it is stopped.
Looks like face-off's coming all the way down here. So a minute 35, the Mustangs are going to have a key defensive zone face-off right here. Looks like Mashalik's going to be taking it out there with Belisle, Teckenberg, and then you got the top D unit of Camden Coles and Cullen McCarthy.
Tyler Mashalik loses face-off. Puck is then picked up by Camden Coles as the Mustangs transition into the offense. Camden Coles skating the puck. Gets hit hard into the boards. Shot by the Mustangs, and that is saved.
Mustangs are going to want to get a guy back there for Coles, who's down low in the zone.
Yeah.
Coles makes it back up to the blue line.
Jack Belisle with a sharp angled shot, which is swallowed up by the goaltender.
That was Tyler Mashalik there. He had Jack Belisle standing right in front. But from our vantage point, tough to see. Tyler Mashalik changing the number, going from 8 to 7 this year, and Belisle 17. So we won't hold that against you, all right there, Frishy?
Sounds good.
McCarthy also changed numbers, going from 8 to 28. So some guys are throwing us for a little bit of a loop.
Tyler Mashalik with the puck on the sideboards. Passes it down low. Puck is then picked up by Jack Belisle. Jack Belisle battling for it in the corner. Tyler Mashalik comes down to help. Puck is out to Camden Coles. Camden Coles tries a shot, and that is blocked by Devils Lake. Devils Lake now on offense. Coming through, they dump the puck into the Cheyenne offensive zone. Cullen McCarthy giving chase to that one. Big scram in the corner where Jack Belisle comes to pick up the puck. Belisle out to Teckenberg. Teckenberg goes rink wide for Tyler Mashalik. Mashalik then slows down the play a little bit. Devils Lake then throws it back into the Cheyenne zone where there will be an icing.
So offensive zone face-off here. You got 25 seconds left in the period. Hopefully, for Cheyenne's sake, hopefully they keep this puck down in the Firebird zone and they can finish this period off unscathed and they can go back into the locker room 2-1.
Looks like Cole Fitzpatrick will be taking the draw for the Mustangs. Fitzpatrick wins the draw. Peters with the shot. That is stopped by the goalie. Puck down in the corner. Peters giving pressure. Back out to Fitzpatrick, and that is stopped.
Yeah, and Andrew Roth putting good pressure on the Devils Lake defenseman down there. He just blindly throws a pass behind his back. Turnover ends up right on Fitzpatrick's stick. Gets a good shot on net. We got 13.3 seconds here left in the period.
Peters with the shot. That is deflected up and over the net.
Good face-off win by Fitzpatrick there. 3.3 seconds on the drop of the puck to the whistle there up and into the netting. Still got 10 seconds left here in the first period. Shots 12-7 for the Mustangs.
Cole Fitzpatrick back with the draw. Loses that one. Devils Lake throws it behind their own net. Puck is picked up by Jacob Daub, who tries to throw it out net, but that is picked off. Devils Lake coming back one-on-one with Zach Mosier, and the time expires.
End of the first period here, you got 2-1 Mustangs, shots 12-7. I think if you're Cheyenne, I think you got to like a lot of that period. Early on they had one of the first shots got by Buckholz. Hopefully that's just a little early jitters. But good to see the Mustangs come back on goals by Belisle and Peters. Shots 12-7. They killed off a penalty. Didn't have any power play time, but I think you got to like what you see from the Mustangs if you're the coaching staff and if you're a Mustang player.
Now we will be going to break for the intermission of the period. Second period will be better.
All right, welcome back to the West Fargo Sports Arena here as we're about to be underway with period number 2. We got 2-1 West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs leading into period number 2. Shots are 12-7. Ethan, take it away.
Cole Fitzpatrick wins the face-off back to Cullen McCarthy. McCarthy takes it up the ice. Devils Lake gains possession from McCarthy. Devils Lake now with the puck back in their own zone. Looks up the ice, and no one is there for the pass. Camden Coles now settles the puck down, passes it back over to McCarthy. McCarthy back behind the net to Coles. Coles back behind the net to McCarthy. McCarthy now settles down the puck, passes it to Coles. Coles skates with it a little bit, and then tries to get it out of the zone, but that is deflected. Coles back with the puck, behind the net, tries to make a move, and Devils Lake picks it off. Devils Lake behind Cheyenne's net. Oh, Quade Peters skating up the ice on a one-on-one. He's got Roth trailing in the slot. Tries to get to Roth, and Roth, it was just out of his reach.
Gotta get back here. West Fargo's got numbers, or Devils Lake's got numbers going up the ice. Had a potential there for a 2-on-1, but the pass didn't click there up to Schwab. Him and Hill were going down the ice, but nothing going for Devils Lake. One of the things the North Dakota High School Boys State Top 10 Preseason Coaches Poll was released yesterday, and as usual, the EDC, the east side of the state, is going to be awfully tough. 6 of the top 10 teams in that coaches poll are from the east. 2 are from Grand Forks. We got Grand Forks Central that came in first and Red River second, followed by Fargo Davies and Fargo South Shanley. Coming in at 7th were the Packers for West Fargo, and then at number 8 is Fargo North.
Jacob Dobb with the puck behind the net. Passes it alongside the boards. And Jack Blau giving chase down into the Devils Lake offensive zone, and that will go for an icing.
He almost got there, but just not quite enough. You know, looking back at that state tournament last year, you had Grand Forks Red River, who during the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were in 4th in the EDC, and then they won the EDC tournament, and then they ended up defeating Fargo South Shanley in that title game. So good for Red River last year to come up and to win that state championship.
Face-off down in the Mustang zone is won by the Mustangs. Jack Blau with the puck over on the sideboards. Passes it behind the net around for Carson Teckenberg. Carson Teckenberg cannot handle the pass, and it goes out to Devils Lake defenseman. Devils Lake tries to go wide with it. Jack Blau jumping for the puck, but just out of his reach. Devils Lake now in the Cheyenne's defensive zone. Passes it across, takes a shot, and it's out in spot, and he scores.
A pass that was from Hansen over on the side wall there. Kind of slid all the way through. No one could get their stick on it. I think that ended up right on the stick. I think it was a Swanson, and Swanson's all alone and gets that puck and is able to deposit it in the back of the net. So not the start you wanted if you're the Mustangs. We got 15-18, so we're barely 2 minutes into this period, or not even 2 minutes in, and the Firebirds are able to tie it up. So like I talked about earlier, you know, these Firebirds came in here last year and they won 2 games against the Mustangs. So there's a little bit of a road warriors in these boys in red from Devils Lake here. So hopefully the Mustangs here, they're able to punch back. Like I talked about earlier, the first shift after a goal can often be huge here. So if you're Cheyenne, you want to create some good momentum.
Face-off now comes just outside Devils Lake zone. Cole Fitzpatrick steps up to the draw, and it is won. Camden Coles now chips it off the boards, looking for Quade Peters. Couldn't find him. Quade Peters now with the puck. Chips it up the boards to Cole Fitzpatrick, but the defenseman is there to stop it. Colin McCarthy throws it up the boards to Andrew Roth. Andrew Roth tries to chip it for Cole Fitzpatrick, and I believe that hit off the ref. And the puck is sent all the way down for another icing.
Just nothing doing there. You had Fitzpatrick and Roth right along the sideboards trying to get that puck up to Peters. Nothing really working. Ended up getting it all the way down the ice, but no one was there. So we're going to have a face-off back in the Cheyenne zone. You got Fitzpatrick going against Hill here on the draw.
Fitzpatrick wins the draw back in the corner. Puck is picked up by Colin McCarthy. McCarthy looks behind the net and then spins. Puck bounces out in front of the net, shot by Devils Lake, and it is deflected wide. Cheyenne now with the puck on the side. Little scrum between Cole Fitzpatrick. Camden Coles comes out with the puck. Camden behind the net, escapes 2 defenders, and he will skate it up the ice. Pass to Quade Peters is just behind him. Devils Lake now with the puck, chips it off the glass and all the way down. And that will go for an icing.
Yeah, early on in this period here, first couple minutes, passes really haven't been clicking for the Mustangs, but hopefully now here getting an offensive zone face-off. It looks like we're going to have Trudeau, Voller, and Gass coming out with with Mosier and Dobbs. So hopefully for Cheyenne here, they can get an offensive zone face-off, get a little bit of pressure, settle things down a little bit. Passages, they've been off skates, they've been off sticks, just haven't really been able to connect really on anything so far.
Trudeau wins the draw. Shot by the defenseman, and it is stopped. Back up to Zach Mosier there on the point. Devils Lake now with the puck. Settles it down, looks wide, and the puck just bounced off his stick. Cheyenne Mustang still applying pressure. Carson Gast with the puck, tries to find it out in center, and nothing doing there. Devils Lake back on the offensive. Throws the puck down in the zone, and they will begin to chase. Scrum there on in the corner, and Mustangs come out with the puck. Cole Voller coming down the ice, dangles one, backhander, and it is stopped. What a save by Zach White. Puck bounces out to Zach Mosier, puts it down in the zone. Kai Trudeau tried to handle it, but he couldn't, and it is now back in Cheyenne's zone. Zach Mosier looking back for the puck, and it goes for icing.
I know I mentioned earlier in the first period, Ethan, about the composure that Mosier has shown so far. Right off that face-off, offensive zone face-off, the puck was won back to Mosier. Gets a good low shot, and Trudeau tipped it and had a good opportunity. And then again there, he's the last man back on the blue line. He doesn't retreat, held the puck in, and helped create some offensive zone time for the Mustangs. So good to see from the young defenseman. Appears like he's playing confident.
McCarthy now with the draw for the Cheyenne Mustangs. Devils Lake wins the faceoff back to the corner, and it is played over onto the far side of the ice. Looks for a centering pass, and there's nothing there, and the puck will go for an icing.
Yeah, it looked like that was Teckenberg that took that draw for the Mustangs. It looked like he tried to put it right through I think that was Hill for Devils Lake that was taking that draw. Yeah, it was. It looks like he tried to put it right through his legs and create a little bingo off a face-off. Nothing going. Hopefully here, let's see, we got Michalek on the draw against Hill, so we'll see if they try the same or they try to pull it.
Michalek pushes it towards the net, takes a shot, and it is saved by Zach White. Coles comes down off the point, puts the puck back down in the corner. Belial now giving chase down in the corner, and Devils Lake comes out with the puck. Devils Lake on a 3-on-2, and good stick there by Hamden Coles to block up the play. Puck goes back out to the Devils Lake defenseman, and that is wide.
Yeah, it was a good stick. That was a good stick and a good gap there by Hamden Coles to thwart that rush coming up the ice. Here we got Belial.
Belial takes a shot, and it is swallowed up by Zach White.
Yeah, not a bad play there by Belial. End of the shift. Yeah, Michalek coming right down the middle of the ice. He puts it low. Ideally, you want to go off the pads there. Goalie goes down. Zach White, he swallows that up. Good goaltender play there. No rebound. Nothing for Michalek coming down the middle. Here we got 12:48 left here in the second period. Shots are 14-8 Mustangs. But we got a 2-2 hockey game.
Cole Fitzpatrick wins the draw back to Quade Peters. Quade Peters tries a quick shot, and that is blocked by Devils Lake. Andy Roth giving pressure down in the corner for Devils Lake. Puck bounces out to the point. Shot, rebound, and it is pushed out to the corner. Jack Belial at the point. Throws it to Cole Fitzpatrick out in front. Cole Fitzpatrick shot, and it hits the post.
A nice pass by Mosier to get it to Fitzpatrick there. Almost right off the bar for Cole.
Fitzpatrick now back with the puck. Goes down low for Andrew Roth. Roth tries to center it for Fitzpatrick, and he is not there. Fitzpatrick back with the puck. Throws it on net, and it is deflected by Zach White. Puck back up to the point for Jacob Dobb. Jacob Dobb shot, and it just goes wide. Zach Mosier tries to pinch it off, and now here comes Devils Lake on a 2-on-1 rush. Devils Lake takes a shot, and it is saved by... No, rebound. Quade Peters now with the puck. Peters centers it. Goes rink wide for Andrew Roth. Roth taking it up center. Tries to push it back over to Peters. Peters now with the puck. Shot, and big save there by Zach White. And the puck is cleared out by Devils Lake. Jacob Dobb now with the puck. Slips a little. Oh, absolutely hammers a kid. And Cheyenne will go for a line change.
Yeah, it seems like we haven't had a whistle here in 5 minutes here, Ethan. Hope you're doing okay.
Oh, I'm good. Devils Lake now coming back up the ice with pressure. Puck bounces out to Colin McCarthy. McCarthy now circles back into his own zone, looks for Camden Coles. Puck now bounces off the boards. Jack Belial giving chase. Oh, and they call another icing.
All right, a whistle. Ethan, have someone go get you a water there. Oh, boy, we had an end-to-end action there. What a great shift by that forward line of Fitzpatrick, Peters and Roth, you had the chance where Fitzpatrick put it right off the crossbar. And then you have Devils Lake coming down the other way. Blake takes a good shot right on Buckholtz. Looks like Buckholtz has it secured. Puck squirts out, and then we keep play on for another couple minutes. So a lot of good end-to-end action here. We got 11 minutes left in the second period. Shot 16-9. Still a 2-2 hockey game.
Devils Lake keeping pressure down in the Cheyenne zone. Cycles it back to his partner. Cheyenne now trying to break out the puck. Looks wide for Jack Belisle. Belisle coming up the ice. Passes it out for Michalek. Michalek gets around a defender, throws it towards the net, and glove saved by Zach White.
Ideally there, if you're Michalek, I think you want to get that puck more on the pads of the goalie. You throw it up high there, that's the easiest save that he can make. He can catch it, with that glove hand. But if you put that on the pads, you got Belisle right in front of the net there looking for a rebound. So if you can get those shots a little bit lower, ideally, that's what we want. But we still got 10:21 here in the second period. Offense's own face-off won by the Firebirds.
Puck taken by Carson Teckenberg. Shot, and it is deflected up into the netting.
White's he's not the biggest goalie, but we've seen a lot of these Cheyenne shooters. It looks like they're trying to go high. Peters beat him high, so I don't know if it's something that they're seeing, if he's going down or not, or what the deal is. But, we're seeing a lot of Cheyenne forwards trying to go high on White. He's a good goalie, though.
Cheyenne's third line of Trudeau, Voller, and Gassed out. Face-off is won, back to the point. Shot, and it is blocked to the side by White. Trudeau giving some good pressure there on the boards. Puck kicks out to Colin McCarthy. McCarthy off the boards down to the corner. McCarthy still giving chase. Voller now with the puck. Gets it stolen from him behind the net. Devils Lake now looking to break out. Camden Coles with a nice pinch down off the boards. And it will come out to Carson Gass. Carson Gass on the point with the puck. Puts it down low. Back to Voller. Voller now giving chase for Cheyenne. Puck comes out to Trudeau. Trudeau down in the corner. Passes it back out to McCarthy. McCarthy over to Coles. Deflected out in front, and it is now good.
That was a nice play there by the Mustangs. Almost. You get the puck up to McCarthy. Gets it over to Coles. Right on net, and you had Voller, and you had Gass right in front there. So this is a good workman-like shift for this third unit here from Cheyenne. A lot of offense's own pressure.
Andy Roth now with the puck. Looks wide for Kai Trudeau. Trudeau now entering the zone. He's got numbers. Back to Roth. Roth with the shot, and it hits the post.
Right off the iron.
Trudeau chips it back. Trudeau out to front and Roth. And there's nothing doing there. Big hit laid by Kai Trudeau, and the slap shot redirected by Zach White.
Great shift by Trudeau and his boys out there.
Andrew Roth now with the puck. Cycles back to the slot. Peters tries to bat one out of the air like he's playing baseball. Roth on the sideboard. Back out to Mosier.
Oh, nice pass.
Great pass. Mosier tries to find room in the slot, and he can't. Puck is now iced down by Devils Lake.
That unit out there with Trudeau, Gass, and Voller, a lot of real good pressure, and then that rolls right into this next line here with Peters, Roth, and Fitzpatrick. You had Mosier and you had Dobb up top there. So these last 3-4 minutes here for the Mustangs, they've gone up to 22-9 in shots here. You got about 8.5 minutes left, but again, still a 2-2 hockey game. So they're going to want to start potting some of these away here.
Peters pushes the face-off back behind the net, and he gives chase. Peters and Roth are over on the side. Puck kicks out to Cole Fitzpatrick in the center, and it is stopped and blocked aside by White. Cole Fitzpatrick backhands one on net. Saved. Devils Lake controlling the puck back in their own zone. Goes behind the net. And then he goes wide with the breakout. Devils Lake coming down, loses the puck. Dobb now with the puck behind the net, skates around, and it will be poke checked. Back to Buckles. Buckles puts it behind the net. Out to Michalek. No, that's Peters. Peters, rink wide to Roth. Roth still giving pressure, trying to get that puck further in the zone. Roth behind the net, tries a wraparound, and it is not going.
Oh, Devils Lake's got
Devils
numbers.
Lake has numbers, and they missed the pass. And that will be an icing.
Boy, fortunate for the Mustangs there, you had two Firebirds that were streaking up the left side of the ice. If that pass connects, you could have had a 2-on-0 there. No, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track here, Ethan. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Devils Lake, it seems like they're rolling with two lines a lot of the game.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of their third line out there
It's the third line out here right now, so maybe it was our mistake that we were wrong. But, conditioning early on in the year, both teams, you wonder how it's going to be. But it's been kind of an up-and-down hockey game in the second period here.
Devils Lake now puts the puck down deep into the zone where Cullen McCarthy picks it off. McCarthy out in front of his own net. Passes it up to Belisle. Belisle goes off the boards. Mashalik and
Could have a 2-on-1
Teckenberg,
here.
2-on-1. Teckenberg tries a shot, and it has missed the net. And the puck is now deflected up into the net.
Now, Teckenberg had that opportunity earlier in this period when I talked about Cheyenne shooters trying to go high. Teckenberg gets the puck there again and just puts it over the net onto the glass. 2-on-1, you want to get a shot on net, obviously. But like I said earlier, I don't know if there's something that these Cheyenne shooters are seeing that so many of them are going high or not. But, White is a good goaltender. He was about 88% save percentage last year, and he came in here and he beat the Mustangs in that EDC playing game. So
Tyler Mashalik walks him off the face-off. Down into the slot, saved by White. Teckenberg slides it down to Mashalik. Mashalik out front for Belisle. Belisle gets a few chances there, but nothing's going. Out to Camden Coles. Camden Coles with the shot. Belisle tried to get a tip on that one, but it just wasn't going. Tyler tries to lay a hit.
it was a good job there by Coles to get that on net. Belisle right in front looking for a rebound.
Coles with another good pinch. Skates around, and the puck was sitting out wide. Mashalik back on the back check. Devils Lake enters Cheyenne zone. Tries to get a shot on net. Puck now sitting in the corner. Pops out to McCarthy. McCarthy takes it behind his net, passes it up to Belisle. Belisle now to Mashalik. Mashalik enters the zone, drops it off for Teckenberg. Teckenberg shot, score! Top shelf.
That was a good draw pass there right back to Teckenberg. And like I said, Teckenberg, I think that one may have been deflected. But we talked about Teckenberg shooting high, and that one, it goes in for him. So, I was just looking at the shots here, and they keep climbing for the Mustangs. 27-9 in shots, but there wasn't a whole lot to show for it. So here, hopefully, we got 6:23 left in the period. You want to finish this period out strong here. The start wasn't what they wanted. Barely 2 minutes in, giving up a goal, but hopefully they can hold on here for these last 6:23 and go into the third with a little bit of momentum.
Devils Lake wins the draw in neutral zone. Devils Lake with the puck, tries to put it up in front, nothing going. Jacob Dobb gets rocked out in center ice. Penalty coming up on Devils Lake.
Yeah, Dobbs skating off slowly. This is going to be the first power play opportunity for the Mustangs. Hopefully Dobbs okay. It's going to be Jeremiah Hill, the Devils Lake captain, scorer of their first goal. He's a good player for Devils Lake, and so here you're going to have one of your top guys. You're going to have your captain that's going to be sitting in the penalty box here for 2 minutes for elbowing. Hopefully Dobbs okay, getting looked at by the trainer here. He's a tough kid, though. I'm sure he'll be back out there soon. So just a 2 minute here for Jeremiah Hill, so he'll sit for 2 minutes. Looks like Cheyenne power play. They're going to come out with that top unit of front of Fitzpatrick, Peters, and Roth, and then up top you got McCarthy and the captain, Camden Coles. So we'll see what they can do here. 6:04 left. Mustangs on the power play.
Peters wins the draw back to Coles. Coles handles the puck, moves it down to Fitzpatrick on the sideboards, back up to Coles. Coles back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick down low for Peters. Peters behind the net. Out to McCarthy. McCarthy down to Peters. Peters looking for something out in front of the net. Doesn't see anything. Moves it back. Peters out in the slot. Looking to take a shot, and it is stopped by White. Cole Fitzpatrick now with the puck. Cycles it down low to McCarthy. McCarthy behind the net. McCarthy still handling it. Cycles it back down to Cole Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick back out to Coles. Coles handles it. Fitzpatrick down to Peters. Peters behind the net, looking for Roth out in front. Peters cycles it back down to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick now to Peters. Peters looking for something out in front of the net. Takes a shot, and hits the side of the net. Fitzpatrick now scrumming for the puck, and it is kept in by Coles.
Nice hold by Coles. That's a good play.
Coles, rink wide to McCarthy. McCarthy, back to Coles. Coles puts it down low for Peters. Peters now holding the puck on the sideboards. Skates back, trades spots with Coles. Peters with the shot, and it is deflected by the Devils Lake defense. Devils Lake now with the chance. Devils Lake on a breakaway. And Buckles makes a save. Cheyenne now transitioning back to offense. Peters with the puck. Coming in the zone with some fire. Peters looking. Tries to center for Roth, and that is blocked by Devils Lake. Zach Mosier now with the puck. Goes across to Coles. Coles takes the puck up. Looks like he's going to stay with it.
Yeah,
Coles.
5 left in the power play here, Ethan.
Coles keeps the puck. Passes it back out to Mosier. Mosier over to Tegenberg. Tegenberg with a shot, and it is swallowed up by Zach White.
So some good zone time there for the Mustangs on the power play. One of the things they only took 3 shots, and one of them was deflected. I think all 3 of them were by Peters. You have Andy Roth, he's standing right there in front. Like to get a couple more shots with him taking the goalie's eyes away. Looks like we're going to see Will Carlsrud check into the game here for the first time with Jacob Dobb being out hurt. So Will Carlsrud, senior defenseman, number 6, he's going to step into that spot that Dobb was in, and he's going to be playing with the young Mosier.
Tegenberg wins the draw back to Mosier. Mosier rifles it back down to Tegenberg. Tegenberg down in the corner. Passes across to Will Carlsrud. Carlsrud tries a shot, and that is blocked. Carlsrud keeps it in, but the puck is picked up by Devils Lake. Devils Lake now starting their offensive push. Devils Lake down in the corner. 3 Mustangs on him. Puck comes out. Looks like it is Tyler Michalek skating the puck up the sideboards. Puck kicks back out to Zach Mosier. Mosier rifles it across where Devils Lake intercepted it. Puck dumped down into the zone. Michalek behind the net with the puck. Tries to get it to Carlsrud. Carlsrud now. Penalty coming up on Will Carlsrud.
I think that's going to be Carlsrud. Yeah, I think I don't know what they're going to get him for. Or is that going to be Michalek? Looks like Michalek. There was a couple bodies in there. Couldn't quite tell who it was. Let's see what they'll get him for. It looks like they're going to get him for a rough. So, 3:05 left here in the second period. The Mustangs are going to have to spend 2 minutes of it killing a penalty here. Shots 29-10, 3-2 in the second period. So this penalty kill here is going to be key for the Mustangs. We talked about how they scored with a little over 6 minutes left, and you want to keep that positive momentum going into the third period. They were playing well. Hopefully this doesn't detract them from that.
Hill's stick breaks on the face-off. Rushes back to the bench to grab another one.
That's an expensive. Those sticks nowadays, Ethan, those are expensive.
Not
Seeing those
cheap.
break, that breaks mom and dad's heart.
Oh, yeah, and their bank account. Devils Lake controlling the puck down in the Cheyenne offensive zone. Puck bounces out to McCarthy where he throws it all the way back down the ice. Chase is given there by Quade Peters. Couldn't quite come up with it. Fitzpatrick now putting pressure down on Devils Lake. Devils Lake coming into the Cheyenne zone. They cycle it back to their defense. Defense with a shot. Tries to tip, and it is saved by Peyton Buchholz. Puck gets by Devils Lake defenseman, and it looks like Quade Peters will go off for a change. Cole Fitzpatrick now with the pressure. Devils Lake with the puck behind their own net.
You got a minute left in the kill here for the Mustangs. This is going to be big to end the period.
Devils Lake breaks it out. Entering the zone. Tries to take a shot, and that is deflected out to the slot. Little scrum for it in the corner. Puck bounces out to Camden Coles. Coles rifles all the way down the ice. White comes out to play it with Jack Belial on the pressure. White rifles it behind him all the way to his other player. Devils Lake now skating up the boards with the puck.
Mustangs got another 25 seconds left here on the kill. Got a minute 25 left in the period.
Devils Lake now trying to set up something. See if they can't make anything out of this power play. Jack Belial now with the puck. Throws it all the way down the ice, and that will pretty much eat up the power play for Devils Lake. Devils Lake now with the puck behind their net. Rifles it. Tries to look for his teammate who is going for a change, and that will be an icing. All
right, so we got 1:02 left here in the second period. Want to give you a couple live updates to score the girls basketball game in the second half. It's Cheyenne 28, West Fargo High 47, and then on the boys' side, it's Cheyenne 42, West Fargo High 53. So I know talking to Coach Brent Hintz of the girls squad, he knew that this would be a tough one. He said the West Fargo High they got some size, they got some height, so it was going to be a big task and starting early off in the year in an emotional crosstown rivalry game. So got a lot of action between those two schools tonight.
Cole Fitzpatrick down, giving pressure in the corner. Andrew Roth comes up with the puck in the slot, shot, and saved by Zach White. Bounces back out to Cole Fitzpatrick, who goes low for Peters. Peters now tries to center for Roth, and Roth is not there. Devils Lake now coming with some speed down the ice. And good stick there by Camden Coles.
That was a good rush by Schwab for Devils Lake.
Oh,
Here we go.
Quade Peters now with his speed. Tries to dangle. Oh, and he just could not put it over the pad of Zach White.
Boy, good speed there by Quader, or good speed by Peters there to create that opportunity. Beating out Devils Lake defenseman back up the ice. Almost had it, and then you had Roth there snooping around for a rebound, but 19 seconds left here. Shots 31-10 for the Mustangs, but still a 3-2 hockey game. Face-off inside the Devils Lake zone with 19 left, so hopefully if you're the Mustangs here, you can create one last opportunity here to finish the period.
Looks like a last-minute line change here for Cheyenne. Bringing out Michalek, Tegenberg, and Belisle.
I'm a betting man here. I bet you Michalek try to put it through the center.
100%.
We'll see what he does.
He tries, fails. Puck is back out to Devils Lake. Devils Lake on a 3-on-2 rush. Good pinch there by Will Carlsrud. Michalek back with the puck in the zone. Tries to center it there for Tegenberg. Devils Lake now takes the puck up ice. And where it is intercepted by Tegenberg.
That should do it for the period there. Yeah, so up and down period for the Mustangs. Started a little bit. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes for the third period.
Sometimes it gets a little funky when they're watching it live because it's kind of coming out in two different feeds, and then you actually load it to YouTube, it lines up. I'm not sure. We have it set up so you're behind. Yeah, I mean.
When I'm listening to it, it's showing
It's lined up for you.
All right, welcome back to the West Fargo Sports Arena here. We're going to settle in for some third period action. We got a 3-2 game between the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs and the Devils Lake Firebirds. Just a quick look around some scores at the EDC. After one period of play at last check, it was 1-1 between West Fargo and Fargo South Shanley. You know, Fargo South Shanley features an outstanding goaltender in Zach Sandy, but West Fargo's got a great goal scorer in Braden Jacobson. Surprising score here. We look over at the Fargo North up to the Coliseum where in the second period it was 6-1 Fargo North. So those were the 6th and 7th seeds in the EDC last year. So Fargo North up big on Grafton Park River. And then up in Grand Forks, the battle between Red River and Central is 4-0 Grand Forks Central in the second period.
Devils Lake wins the draw here in the start of the third period. Andy Roth putting some pressure on Devils Lake. Tries to flip the puck pass. Cole Fitzpatrick bats it down. Goes into the zone, and Andrew Roth was cross. Puck rifle back out to Devils Lake. Devils Lake now looks rink wide. And they put it into the zone where Colin McCarthy settles the puck down and looks across for his D partner, Camden Coles. Camden Coles looks for Quade Peters and right underneath his stick for an icing.
Just a little bit behind him. You saw when McCarthy had the puck down low on the dot, here you could see Peters creeping up near the blue line trying to get his attention to get the puck up. Instead, he slid it over to Camden Coles, and Coles tried to go up ice just a little bit behind Peters. If he could have got behind the D, he could have had another breakaway. He missed the one in the second period. Hopefully, you could look for some redemption there if you're Quade.
Peters here taking the draw. Wins it back to Camden Coles. Camden Coles looks behind the net and then stops and changes his mind.
Good
Throws
patience
the
by
puck
Coles
up
there.
to the wall for Peters. Peters enters the zone with his two line mates, Roth and Fitzy.
Fitzpatrick.
Devils Lake cycles it back to the corner where Cole Fitzpatrick is waiting for the puck. Fitzpatrick throws it behind the net, looking for someone to make a play. Quade Peters now giving pressure, and the puck trickles back behind the Devils Lake net. Devils Lake tries to take it out, and they look to center where Camden Coles breaks it up. Coles shoots it back down the ice, all the way into the Devils Lake zone. Cole Fitzpatrick on the pressure. Cole Fitzpatrick giving the defense some trouble. Back out to Coles. Coles tries a shot, and that is deflected. Devils Lake tries to chip it out of the zone, and they do so successfully. McCarthy now with the puck. Looks across for his D partner, Camden Coles, and then decides he's going to take it himself.
Kind of dangerous there. Fitzpatrick coming off. You don't want a guy or a situation where you got 6 guys on the ice, but no worse for the wear for the Mustangs.
Puck now settled down by McCarthy. McCarthy looks at skating it himself, and Devils Lake steals it from him. Devils Lake tries to go into the zone, and they do so successfully, crossing the blue line. And the puck is stolen by Tyler Mashalik. Mashalik now has Belisle and Tegenberg up with the ice. Mashalik looks to take it himself, and he shelves it right over Zach White's shoulder.
What a nice move by Mashalik. Someone better grab that puck. That's his first career varsity goal. What a great move he made there coming into the zone. Yet you see the guys grabbing the puck there. You know, Tyler had some good success in putting the puck in the back of the net last year on the junior varsity team. Never really found the back of the net last year on the varsity, playing some limited time. But what a nice move right there. He shielded that puck from that defenseman and then went upstairs on White. So a huge goal for the Mustangs here. You know, just barely, not even 2 minutes into the period. We're 15:04 left in the third, and they get that separation goal to go up 4-2.
Devils Lake shoots the puck down for an icing, and the faceoff will be back in the Devils Lake zone.
It's always fun when after the game, especially after a win, when you can get a guy his first goal puck. So that's huge for Mashalik. Hopefully it gives him a little bit of a confidence boost. He's a little crafty player, and he likes to be creative. So that was a nice goal right there for the Mustangs.
Trudeau now wins the faceoff back, and he tries to put it in front, but cannot. Devils Lake coming back up with the puck, got trapped in his skates. Trudeau with the pressure. And back over to Coles. Coles with the puck, looks back behind the net to Mosier. Coles not with his usual D partner out there in McCarthy. Carson Gass looking for some pressure. Puck is thrown over the net. Kai Trudeau takes the puck, moves it up to Voller, and that just goes by his stick. Puck is thrown in by Devils Lake, where Camden Coles picks up the puck. Camden Coles sitting with it behind the net. Moves it out to Voller. Voller looks to the center for Kai Trudeau and could not find him. Devils Lake now coming back into the zone, and it is Zach Mosier now with the puck. big hit. Coles now getting pressure here. Peterson takes the puck up there. Up. I think White doesn't have that puck. Spoon it over, but only on spot there for Devil's Lake. Cycles it back in Peters. Peters is up front for Patrick. Shot and saved by White. And that is swallowed up by White. Great job of keeping him in the zone. Goes down low, still chasing. Puck down to Peters. Peters takes a shot. And it is saved. Rebound to Fitzpatrick, and he can't bury it. Down in the corner. Colin McCarthy now coming out from the puck. Carson Gass now puck up top. Takes a shot. Saved by White. Carson Gass now puck up. Trey Peters that is on the slot. Tries to throw in the rock. Coles back with the puck. Tries to throw it to McCarthy and he gets off the stick. He doesn't knock him back in his own and he goes to change. Devil's Lake now coming out of their own end. Dangles two players and throws it up ice where McCarthy tries to pinch. Puck now back out to Camden Coles. Camden Coles with the puck behind his net, turns it over back to Devil's Lake. And luckily they could not make anything of it. Puck squares out Carson Teckenberg over on the side. Tech tries to go wide, and it bounces out right into the slot.
Yeah, fortunate for Cheyenne, that puck was bouncing there. That was Swanson there right in front and couldn't quite get a handle on it.
Carson Teckenberg tries to put it back in the corner, fails to do so. Puck squirts out to Jack Blisle. He's got Tyler Michalek streaking up the ice. Michalek coming up with some momentum after his goal in the last shift. Tries to get it over to Blisle, and it is deflected. Little scrum over there on the sidewall. Puck bounces out to Camden Coles. Camden Coles takes it out of the zone, so the Mustangs can regroup. Coles will throw it down when he goes off to change. Jack Blisle now on the pressure for Cheyenne. And the puck is back out to Zach Mosier. Mosier passes it to Michalek. Michalek crosses the blue line. Dangles one player, dangles two. He's dangling a lot.
Yeah, it's like the puck was stuck to a stick there. It's like it had Velcro on it. It looked like he was going to get knocked off the puck 2 or 3 times, but somehow maintained composure and held on to it. Teckenberg's going to throw it up. Michalek's going to go, and he's going to play the D there. Ooh, shot right through the middle of the hill, almost found a stick on it. We're going to have Blisle that's going to put it up out of the zone. Puck's going to maintain in the neutral zone where Teckenberg's going to give chase. No ice.
Zach Mosier now with the puck back in the corner. Throws it up to Peters. Peters goes back to Karlsruhe where that goes just off of his stick back into the zone. Karlsruhe throws it up the boards for Michalek. Michalek centers it right in front, and that sneaks through Buckle's leg. It's sitting in the crease. And big save there for the Mustangs.
That could have been bad. You had a couple turnovers there. You had one pass going back into the zone that wasn't handled, and then you had a blind pass right in the middle of the ice where you don't want to just blindly throw pucks. And then the puck trickled right through Buckholt's legs there. I don't know if he quite knew where it was. He looks like he thought he maybe had it. But the Mustangs were able to escape unscathed. 9:55 left here in the third period. Still 4-2 game for the Mustangs.
Trudeau with Voller and Gast here. Trudeau loses face off. Carson Gass looks to pick it up. Cannot. Cole Voller battling. Or Camden Coles, that is. Kai Trudeau enters the zone with speed. He's got Carson Gass over on the right. Cullen McCarthy with a slap shot from the point. That is blocked. McCarthy still with the puck. Coles picks it up for him. Goes wide to Gast. Gast takes it in between his skates. And the puck is back in Devil's Lake zone. Devil's Lake now with the puck, looking to break out. And they throw it down the ice to where Cullen McCarthy is waiting for it. Voller dumps it in. Gast now over on the side, throws it out in front, and it is deflected. Scrum over there in the corner.
Got a penalty coming up here on the Firebirds. It looks like the Mustangs are going to go back on the power play. You got 9 minutes left. Looks like it appeared to be, I don't know if it was some sort of rough. It was kind of out of our vantage point down on the far end of the ice. Looks like they're going to give him 2 for a cross check. So that's going to be 2 minutes on the power play here for the Mustangs. Serving that penalty is going to be Hunter Reagan.
Top line out here for Cheyenne starting this power play. Face-off is won back to Camden Coles. Camden Coles settles down the puck. And he moves it over to Peters. Or Fitzpatrick, that is. Puck down to Peters in the corner. Battling with it. Ooh, tries to shelf it over White's shoulder and just couldn't do it. Fitzpatrick now giving chase down in the zone. And Devil's Lake clears.
And I think Jeremiah Hill, number 5 for Devils Lake, I think he's played dang near every minute of this hockey game. He's going to be absolutely gassed on that bus ride home to Devils Lake. He's a good player, and he does a lot for the Firebirds.
Colin McCarthy now with the puck on the sideboards. Move it back to Camden Coles, where he moves it all the way up the ice to Quade Peters. Peters coming in the zone with speed, tries to dangle, and that is a save by White. Devils Lake
looked like the referee was gonna blow the whistle, or I don't know if he thought the net was off or if he was going to call a penalty, but Peters showing good speed, putting pressure on the defenseman.
Colin McCarthy rubs out the Devils Lake player. Puck squirts out to Camden Coles. Camden Coles with the puck, dangles one. And he will take it himself. All the way across the blue line. He's got Andy Roth with him. Camden Coles takes a shot, and that is wide.
Yeah, not much doing on this power play here. You know, you come down right there by Coles, you take a shot. I don't know if it was deflected by the goalie, but you missed the net. You'd like to get it in and get something set up. It's an easy clear for Devils Lake. Got 32 seconds left in the power play here. It hasn't been overly successful for the Mustangs. They haven't been able to get, a lot of things set up in the offensive zone.
Kai Trudeau now taking the puck up to neutral zone with speed. He's got Teckenberg back with him. And there will be a penalty coming up on Kai Trudeau. Oh. And it will be coincidentals.
Looks like I believe Trudeau is going to go for the hold. So, like I said, again, this is another penalty that was down kind of far out of our vantage point. And I believe when he was going down, he must have held the Devils Lake player, and then the Devils Lake player must have said something to the ref because he's going to sit for 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. So, looks like we'll still have 5-on-4 here as they serve those coincidentals. So we'll have 17 seconds left of power play time for the Mustangs.
Devils Lake coach getting an explanation.
I wonder if maybe the Devils Lake player initially thought the penalty was on him and maybe wasn't pleased with it and maybe said the magic word and got sent to the box.
Michalek through the legs, looks for the shot, and it is wide. Camden Coles now with the puck. Passes it down to Michalek. Michalek with the puck, looks to the slot, takes a shot, and it is saved. And a rebound and another save by Zach White.
So Mustangs got to be careful here. You got Hunter Reagan that's going to be coming out of the penalty box. You don't want any pucks to get behind the defense here. We got 7 minutes left here in the third period. 7:03. Got 3 seconds left in the Cheyenne power play.
Tegenberg on the draw for the Mustangs. And the Firebirds will clear all the way down to the Mustang zone. Zach Mosier giving chase. Looks up ice where he finds Jack Belisle. Jack Belisle tries to tip it out to center for Michalek, and nothing doing there. Camden Coles now with the puck. Tries to spin away from the Devils Lake defender. and does not do so successfully. Carson Teckenberg now with the puck.
That was good pressure there
Turns it
by
over to
Dayton
Devil's
Lunick
Lake.
on Camden Coles there. Camden Coles was doing everything he could to shake him, but Dayton Lunick all over him. Dayton Lunick only a freshman, so you got some young guys out here that are playing some big minutes for both the Firebirds and the Mustangs. Again, don't see Jacob Dobb on the Cheyenne bench, so hopefully everything's okay with Jacob, but it looks like we got McCarthy and we got Mosier out.
Top line out here for Cheyenne. Peters wins a draw back, and that is picked up by Mosier. Mosier around the boards for Roth. Roth out to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, Mosier, and Peters coming down the ice with speed. Puck is played to the sideboard. Devil's Lake comes out with it. Andrew Roth with the block, and then that goes back to Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake now coming up the ice. Colin McCarthy with the play, and nice stop there by Peyton Buchholz.
It's a nice little move by Parker Swanson there, getting the puck through McCarthy's legs and then being able to get a shot on net. So good play, good chance for Devil's Lake there. We got 6:06 left in the third. And you know, Ethan, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank a few people before we were done. And live streaming all these games, you really couldn't do it without the people behind the scenes. We got Sadio Abdi and Alyssa Traylor are doing a fantastic job on the cameras, and then the advisors, Mr. Knodel and Miss Swickla, doing an outstanding job. I think you and I got the easy job. They're doing all the legwork. We got faces for radio, so that's why they don't put us on.
Sure.
But a lot of work to live stream these games, and they're doing a fantastic job.
Camden Coles deflects the puck into the Devil's Lake bench, and there will be a stoppage in play.
So face-off remains down in the – well, no, looks like we're going to go in the neutral zone here, 5:51 left.
Looks like Michalek will be taking the draw. Teckenberg picks up the puck, rifles a shot on net, rebound out to Belisle, and there's nothing doing there. Tyler Michalek now tries to move the puck up to McCarthy, and that is picked off by Devil's Lake.
Nice play by McCarthy to hold that line there.
McCarthy now with a shot, saved by White. Teckenberg pinches down, and out to Belisle. Belisle fires one on net, and that is just wide. Puck bounces out to Camden Coles, where he tries to just put it back down in the zone. Devil's Lake now coming back on 2-on-2. Devil's Lake takes a shot, rebound, and it is cleared away.
Good stick there by Camden Coles to clear that rebound. You had two Devil's Lake forwards screaming down on him. Good play there to swat that into the corner and not create an opportunity for the Firebirds. You got 4:57 left here in the third period.
Carson Teckenberg now comes up with the puck in the corner. He's got Michalek out front. Looks for him, and it couldn't go. Back out to Mosier. Mosier with the shot. Deflected, and it was sitting out front, but the Mustangs could not bang it home.
And that puck just sat there waiting for someone to find it, Luckily for the Firebirds, no one did. The Mustangs just couldn't quite get a stick on it.
Michalek now up the ice with Belisle. Michalek takes the puck, throws it on net, and it is saved by White.
Well, that's going to be White's 42nd save. I was talking about Jeremiah Hill earlier as a guy who's going to sleep well on this bus ride home to Devil's Lake. Win, lose, or draw, Zach White, he's played a whale of a game, 42 saves so far for Zach Hill in net. So real quality game for the Devil's Lake goaltender. He's only a junior, so he's got another year left. So excited for Devil's Lake. They got some good young goaltenders.
Quade Peters with the puck down on the sidewall. Devil's Lake flings it over Zach Mosier's head. Zach Mosier looks wide for McCarthy. McCarthy now with the puck. Decides to take it himself. McCarthy up the ice, past the red line. Into the offensive zone, and it is gloved down by White.
And another high shot right into the glove. But you know what? Creates an offensive zone face-off with 4:03 left. So, not the worst thing in the world. You hopefully can create a little bit of momentum and get a little bit of offense out of this draw here. It looks like it's going to be Peters for the Mustangs. He's going to want to pull this on his backhand, and of course, going up against Hill for the Firebirds.
Draw comes back out to McCarthy. McCarthy looks wide for Mosier. Mosier fires one on net, and that is blocked before it could get there.
I don't know how that puck got through the initial line.
Puck down low. Quade Peters giving chase. Now McCarthy comes and pinches the puck, throws it back down into the zone.
Good hold by McCarthy. Coming right back around to him.
McCarthy
good
now
one.
pinches it back down. Peters takes a shot, and it is saved.
Again, Cole McCarthy has 2 nice holds there on the blue line, and then creates a shot on net. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Mustangs. So 3:35 left here. Mustangs holding on to a 4-2 lead.
Face off, back out to McCarthy. McCarthy looks to shoot, and he does, and it is wide. Andrew Roth chases behind the net where the puck bounces out to Zach Mosier. Puck gets by him. Devils Lake on a 2-on-1. Shot, and it is saved by Buckholz.
Yeah, good rush by Schwab there, but good save by Buckholz. Huge
Big block shot by Andrew
block by
Roth.
Roth.
Puck bounces out to Peters. Peters on a 1-on-1. Dangles him. Oh, and almost puts it home. Puck bounces out to Cole Fitzpatrick where the shot is off the side of the net. Fitzpatrick now looks for Peters. Out to McCarthy. Peters now with the puck on the side. Shoot and save by White.
We talked earlier, we got 3 guys wearing letters for the Mustangs. You got Camden Coles wearing the captain C, and then Blyle and Roth have the assistant captain's A's. That's a huge captain right there a huge captain move by Andrew Roth. Eats that puck. You got 2:54 left, and he's out there blocking shots with about 3 minutes left in a 2-goal game. That's exactly what you want out of your senior leaders, and that's good. Leading by example if you're Andrew Roth.
McCarthy now with the puck. Decides to put it back down low in the zone. Trudeau now with it on the sidewall. Tries to rifle it across to Coles. Coles now with the puck outside of the zone. Decides to throw it back in. Carson Gast on the pressure. And Devils Lake will just fling it out of the zone. Where Kai Trudeau will pick up the puck. And he goes through one, but can't get through the next. Colin McCarthy now with the puck. Passes it over to his defenseman partner, Camden Coles.
Nice pass.
Coles breaks it out to Trudeau. Trudeau around the man, and it is saved by White.
Yeah, nice pass there by Coles right through the middle to Trudeau. Trudeau has good speed, comes down the wall, throws a backhander on White. That's his 46th save. Ethan, I want you to put your coach's hat on here. You're down 2 with 2:14. Would you pull White or not?
I would.
All right.
First thing when they get back down to their zone. Puck bounces out to Coles. Coles has it in his own zone. Off the boards for Voller. Voller tries to put it in, but he can't. Puck bounces out to Trudeau. Trudeau now in the corner with the puck. Throws it out front for Gast. Gast could not bang it home. Puck goes back out to Coles in the top of the circles. And shot, and it goes wide. Trudeau puts the puck down, tries to put the puck down low, and that is stopped by Devils Lake. Devils Lake now crossing the red line. Look for that goalie to go. But Camden Coles picks the puck back up.
I think he was
Voller
looking
now.
to go.
Camden Coles now with the puck on the boards. And he decides to take it himself into the offensive zone. Dangles one, goes through, and shot, and it is saved by White.
Yeah, Devils Lake, if you're Devils Lake, you want to get the puck over the red line into the offensive zone, and then hopefully you can create an offensive zone faceoff. You can take a timeout. You can drop some sort of play. But no such doing. It was a good defensive play by the Mustangs there. They were able to hold their defensive blue line and then create the play back down in the offensive zone for another offensive faceoff here with 1:24 left to go in the third period, 4-2 Mustangs.
Michalek walks through the legs of the opposing center. Puck bounces back out to Mosier. Mosier with the shot, and that is blocked by Devils Lake. Colin McCarthy now giving chase back to the puck. Devils Lake now with control in the offensive zone, and shot and score.
You know, one of the things there, you had a shot blocked up at the point. You got about 1:20 when that happened. You know, maybe you want to put that instead of off the shin pads. Obviously, you don't try to do that. Maybe put it down into the corner, a safer play. West Fargo comes back down into the zone. They're able to pull a puck off the wall. I didn't quite see who scored that for Devils Lake, but he walked out, made a nice shot over the glove of Buckholz. Now we got a whole new ball game here. We got 4-3 with 1:08 left. Devils Lake looks like they're going to take their timeout with a face-off at center ice coming up. Next up for the Mustangs will be on Monday, December 28th. The Mustangs will play Mayport CG at home. That boys JV game is going to be starting at 4:15, and the varsity game will be at 6:30. Now, Mayport CG is in the EDC, but they automatically take the 10 seed, so that will be a non-conference game. That game does not count for points in the EDC standings. this one here does, and we got a good one. We got just over a minute left in the third period. Devils Lake scoring to move the score to 4-3. Winner of this game will get 3 points in the EDC standings, and obviously, if you're Cheyenne, you've had a couple tough years here where, you've started behind the 8 ball a little bit, so to get out in front and get a win would be absolutely huge for the boys in the white and blue. Ethan, we'll see if they can hold on here and get it done.
Devils Lake makes its way out to the face-off circle.
This is where on the ice you got 4 seniors if you're Cheyenne. So this is where I talked earlier. You got a lot of seniors. You got a lot of experience playing in the EDC, playing high school hockey. This is where that experience has to shine through.
Roth throws it down back in the Devils Lake zone where Cole Fitzpatrick gives chase. Puck is tied up down in the corner with Roth and Fitzpatrick. Puck bounces out to Roth. Roth tries to take it to the slot, and that is shut down by Devils Lake. Cole Fitzpatrick blocks the out and puts it back down in the corner. Devils Lake now with the puck, tries to shoot it out and can't. Roth now with the puck, tries to center for the slot and no one's there. Devils Lake with the puck. And it looks like they will try and throw it down, but they cannot. Puck goes out to Fitzpatrick. Empty net here for Devils Lake. Colin McCarthy now throws it off the boards, going towards the net, and that will not be an icing. Tyler Michalek now with the puck behind the empty net for Devils Lake. And Devils Lake now with the 2-on-2 rush, coming back. 5 seconds left on the clock. Need a quick shot here, and it is stopped by Colin McCarthy. And that will do it. The Mustangs hold on 4-3 to take their first win of the 2020-2021 season.
I thought it was a good opening game for the Mustangs. There was certain points in this game where it looked like it was the first game of the season for both teams. Then there was other parts of the games where it looked like Cheyenne was able to control the pace of play a little bit, especially in certain parts of that second period there. I didn't quite see at the end what happened. It looks like McCarthy was laboring just a little bit. Hopefully he's going to be okay. And then, of course, we talked about one of the defensemen, Jacob Dobb for the Mustangs. We have one unique thing this year. Instead of a post-game handshake, we got the 2 teams that are going to stand on the lines, and they do a stick tap to one another instead of shaking hands and going through the line. Ethan, what do you think for the first game of the year here?
I thought the Mustangs came out really hard, put a lot of shots on goal, which is great to see from them. Zach White played an amazing game for Devils Lake, coming up with 43 saves and just an all-around great performance from Cheyenne.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the Mustangs, they seemed hungry around the net. There was a lot of second-chance opportunities for them. Obviously, you look at the 3 goals on 17 shots. There's some things that maybe they want to shore up in the defensive zone. But overall, I thought for the first game of the year, the Mustangs played well. Hopefully they can build some good momentum going into that game on Monday the 28th against Mayport CG. And then they got a tough schedule. On 29th, they got to play North. And then on the 31st, they got to play Fargo Davies. And so, with the way the schedule is built this year, it's condensed a little bit. And so, every win matters. And obviously, we talked earlier, Lance Oster's out. So hopefully they can get him back in just a little bit here. So, again, like I said earlier, we couldn't be remiss to thank all the people that helped put this together, including our administration at Cheyenne, our athletic director, Dr. Greg, or Mr. Greg Lemke, and everybody that's involved in making sure that we can broadcast these games when all you fans can't be here. So, for Jordan Latufsky here,
and Ethan Frisch,
so long.
Yep, we're good to put stuff away. You guys were awesome tonight. Thank you so much.